Hey everyone, welcome to Festive 500 2023. If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Bradley and I'm a Kiwi from New Zealand and I'm currently living in Belgium. So this is my first ever winter Festive 500 and it's going to be a challenge for many reasons. One, it's winter. In New Zealand, it's summer. It's like 20 degrees and sunny. Usually you get some good days over the 8-day period. But I think it's going to rain here every single day for the next 8 days. So it certainly will be quite a different experience trying to achieve 500 Ks. Second is we just got here. About 4 weeks ago we landed and my bike showed up last week. So I am very unfit and everything is new. All these routes are new. I have no idea where I'm going. So in this video, we will see if in 8 days' time I achieve 500 Ks or if I just have a big adventure. But let's take you along. Let's dive in. Righto, so this is 1 hour of riding in and around this little gravel. In summer I'm sure it's beautiful when it's dry, but man, it's so gritty, like proper gritty stuff. I think I looked like this about 20 minutes in, if not 10 or 5, you know, it's just instant. Definitely hard work on the bike. I can see going through brake pads really fast here in Belgium now, but the reward is just stunning wooded area. This is the Sonnian forest region. Been exploring around. Don't tell me exactly what part of it I'm in right now. I have no idea. I've literally just following the route I've picked out, and that's why I've gone down some really weird places. Some super muddy, like little in-between trails. There's a couple of trees down on one of them. And to give you context, I'm on my road shoes, so just wrong. And I'm on 38mm Specialized Pathfinder tires. That's right, the ones with the slick down the middle. So certainly not ready for this sort of trail. It's fine. And there's been a bit of this, which is great. Like this is, in my head, this is the gravel that I was expecting. But yeah, to reiterate, this is all brand new to me. New exploring. So yeah. Hello everyone, welcome to day 3 Festive 500. We had a little cheeky Zwift spin yesterday, end of Christmas, 50 Ks. So we're here on day 3. Beautiful spot. Starting outside, what I've just realised is the Eventful official fan club. It's about 2 Ks from my house. So I'm also a fan of Eventful. Oh, and the little church clock going off there as well. So what a great place to start what it will be a 70k loop, and I may extend. We'll see how we feel today, but proper day, complete contrast to the mudfest of the other day. So let's go, day 3. I'm seriously loving these bike lanes. Oh yeah. Found my way down here. Don't know where I am. It's quite nice. Righto, ride's almost done. Couple of little variations of the route I selected today, mainly to try and keep it on the road. The problem with selecting a route is you're just not sure if it's going to take you down some like little dirt track. Thankfully not too much of that. It was quite a touristy loop, the first probably half. Lots of little villages, and saw that, I don't know what it was, I think it's a hotel now, it might be an old castle or something. But the more east I got of that place, the more open the roads got. So this is probably my only second proper road ride, and certainly starting to work out like where the best training roads are. Something that's wide open, consistent. There's a lot of little turns that first part, which is great. Like Ryan's Zone 2, just trying to explore. So it's heaps of fun. But later in the season there'll be times I've got to really just put the power down and find some places for intervals and things. So working that out, but yeah, I think the lack of fitness is really paying here. Going to try to do about 3 hours, and I'm going to have to try to do a bit more tomorrow. So let's get home, rest up, and go again for day 4. All right, day 4, halfway mark of Festive 500. Got a new day, and we've got another new route. More exploring. We're going further to the east of the route I did yesterday, and the most eastern part of that route was the most open. So I've got high expectations for this one. And so far, so good. Very quiet roads, and it's allowed me to get the power down a little bit more. Legs are starting to feel it. Despite this being day 4 of Festive 500, it is in fact the 7th day in a row of riding for me, being so eager to ride after my bike showed up off the air freight. But nonetheless, we're trying to get to the halfway mark in distance today, as well as being the halfway mark of the challenge. Let's see what we come up with. Oh, and I'm getting a few strange looks today from other cyclists because I'm actually wearing shorts. The weather today is about what it was yesterday, and I actually was cooking yesterday with the longs on. I have not yet seen another rider with shorts on, so I don't know, it's 10 degrees, the wind's got a bit of a bite, but I don't know, this feels very much like Wellington. And on a day like today in Wellington, I would have worn shorts. Now granted, I do run hot on the bike. It's always been a bit of a trait. I'm always the first one to take the gloves off, take the warmers off. But yeah, I'm quite comfortable today. But everyone is definitely looking at me weird. Bit of snag. I've actually had a little bit of a crash coming along here, and like little town, I'm trying to follow my wahoo wanted me to go down this road here, but actually came around that corner and a van came around, both on the brakes. I hit the van. I've actually had a crash, but it kind of, I don't know, I feel okay. I haven't hit my head. I think mostly hand lever kind of got the impact, and I've sort of taken the brunt with like a forearm, no shoulder, but like my bicep, my forearm feels, I guess I'm just coming down from it now. He was fine with what happened, so no pressure. I've sort of given the bike a little once, it seems okay. There's not even like any real marks on the levers. It kind of like dropped down after the crash, but I don't really think I've actually hit the wheels are straight, and there's no real marks or anything. So nice flat front of a van and disc brakes probably scrubbed quite a bit of speed off. I don't think I've hit my head. There's no marks on the helmet. I feel okay, hands just sort of coming, I guess probably a bit of shock if anything. It's throbbing a little bit, but I can move it. Yeah, everything else seems okay. So, maybe I'm gonna have to go and do a bit of understanding as to why that's happened. I thought I was just going straight through. Some of these intersections are like, they're not really marked, and I think what I'm gathering, and this is probably the mistake you can make when you come to a new country and you know your own road rules, and you come and you just think things work the same. I think what there is there's some giveaway markings on the ground, and I think there's a bit of a rule where even though you might in theory look like you have right of way, you do need to give way to cars coming onto that road, which is like the opposite to how it works in New Zealand, complete opposite. So tight building, blind corner, by the time everyone saw each other, it was too late. The impact was just inevitable. Yeah, pretty lucky. I'm probably at the furthest part of my route today. So yeah, well, I'm gonna double check my map, see if riding back the way I came's better, or if it's easier to carry on. Like I said, I feel okay, but we're in the minutes after. Thanks to the dude driving, he was just happy that I wasn't smashed up, and didn't push it further. A few scratches on the front of his car, but whew, God, welcome to Belgium, right? Right, let's ride on and see what else we can find. So I checked the maps, it was worth carrying on. I was probably about as far away from home as I could, so everything's sort of checking out all right. About half an hour on now from the crash. Body feels okay, actually. Hands a little bit sore, but not in like, I think something's broken way, if that makes sense. And yeah, so far, it's okay. Definitely noticed the front wheel's got a bit of a wobble in it. Just keeping an eye on that. Brakes still work, everything else seems okay, so fingers crossed it's not too major. Although a bend in the front wheel, a carbon front wheel, is not ideal. It could be done skis, we'll have to see, but just nursing at home really. Gone past a bit of an air base, which is cool, big complex, big exposed road around there, had a tailwind, so that was fun. Scenery's definitely changed a bit, coming out more this way, it's definitely flatter. Noticing a few more Ford Rangers and Utes and stuff you see all the time in New Zealand, which is probably the first time I've actually ever seen them in Belgium here. Obviously not the most common car to have in a city. So yeah, just enjoying some view change and enjoying the fact I got a tailwind. Let's keep rolling, see how the body progresses. Hopefully the bike holds together. Let's get this done. Alright, day 6 of Festive 500, and we're on the trainer. Now notice day 6, I took day 5 off after my van collision. Body just felt a bit beat up, if I'm perfectly honest, as I think it should after hitting a van. Look, I've given the bike a check over as well. Everything's pretty good. I found a little bent spoke on the front wheel, which I think is causing my front wheel wobble, but we're going to have to take that to a shop and check that out. In the meantime, do an indoor session today, and I've got a wheel off my gravel bike, or my gravel bike in its entirety, to keep doing some riding outside, hopefully tomorrow and the last day. Certainly taking a day off might hamper my chances of being able to potentially finish the 500, but all in all, I think you'll probably agree that after having a collision like that, to actually be able to pedal the day after and not really have anything serious going on, a bit of a win. So, learned my lesson, hopefully. So we'll see what we can do today and make a plan for the rest of the week. Day 7. 2 more days left. Festive 500. We're back out on another new route, exploring some more new roads, and today's got to be a bigger one, people. 319 k's into the challenge, 2 days to go. The crash has definitely knocked me back. Body though is feeling good, very normal. Swelling on my hands gone down. I've got the front wheel off the gravel bike, which really was the old road wheels that were on this bike. I think hilariously today I'll go past the crash scene in a slightly different direction. So no doubt there'll be a much more relaxed pace through there today. Righto, so I've just gone back through the intersection where I just had a crash. You would have seen that right on the B-roll just there. I think it's pretty safe to say that I should have been going a lot slower than I was. So sometimes you have to put your hand up and say you made a mistake and that you missed something. And that is what happened to me. So look, we're still riding. That's great. Nice to kind of go back through and realise what I did. Put that one to rest, so to speak. And yeah, look, still again, so much admiration for the driver, so many of the drivers here, so much respect for cyclists, and good learning experience for sure. So we'll carry down this road here and carry on the loop. Trust a Belgium road ride to take you down a farm track. Typical. That's why we're the overstocks people. Well, once again, a bit of route roulette. Wants me to go down here, and there's just no way that I'm doing that on my road bike. So look, always a mixed bag with some of the routes I've picked here. Granted, I'm basically up near home, and this was sort of like the little extra loop kind of going in and around the city. That's probably where a lot of these routes have been tricky. A lot of lanes and bits and pieces which, granted, probably in summer are completely rideable on a paved ride, but I've been down some of these even on the gravel bike in the last week and a half, and they're filthy. They're just filthy, as is the state of my bike after even just that farm track at the bottom of the route today. So we're gonna not do that. Circle away home, not quite as big as I was hoping today. Gonna be about 75-80k, close to 3 hours. But probably what the body's capable of, actually. Hands a little bit sore, shoulder, forearm, nothing terrible, but you know, for the sake of riding another hour, it's just not really worth it, to be honest. As big as these challenges are, like the Rapha, Festive 500, and there's other challenges like it, you know, we are training. You know, I got to pick it up next week as well and get back to some fitness. So we'll see. It's going to leave me a fair chunk tomorrow. We've got a family day out in the morning, and then I've got some ride options in the afternoon. So we might do a double session, bit of road, bit of Zwift. We'll just see what's possible. But look, I've said it a few times already in the vlog. I'm just stoked that I can still ride after hitting the van the other day and the body's still recovering. But we still have one more day of Festive 500, so if the body's up to it and the hours are there, totally happy to give it a good old crack and see if we can't finish this thing off with a big day before the new year. So let's see what's possible. Right, day 8, final day. We are on the Zwift machine, pedaling it out into the end of 2023. So will I get to 500 Ks for my 8 days? Who knows? We'll see what's possible, see what the body and the brain want to do tonight. Let's have a go. Right, there we are. Day 8 of Festive 500 is now done for me, and boy, did plenty happen in the last 8 days. Let's dive in to the week and answer the important questions. Did I complete the 500 Ks, and what have I learnt doing a Festive 500 in winter rather than New Zealand summer? Let's dive in. Right, we're here. Let's recap Festive 500 for 2028. An eventful 8 days for me. Let's answer the first question. Did I get there? Did I complete the 500 Ks? And the answer, no, I didn't. 452 Ks for me in the 8 days and no completed challenge. But that's okay. We went through some trials this week and I definitely have learned a bunch of stuff about Winter Festive 500 compared to doing it in the middle of summer. Number 1, winter riding is just slower. The stats are pretty conclusive from my end, with 16 and a half hours of riding in the 8 days. At a 30k average, I would have finished the 500 Ks. So in New Zealand, that was probably a pretty easy number to obtain at this time of year, being fitter in the warmer roads. So in a way, I would have completed this challenge if it had been in summer, but the slower roads here, and on my part, new routes, lots of turns, maybe not going the right places, definitely slowed me down with the time that was available to me. Second thing is that really for this challenge to be super obtainable in a winter, you do need to ride all 8 days. Obviously I had my accident on day 4 and that did put me out from riding on day 5, having gotten through and done some Ks on Christmas Day. So the 50 Ks and 50 has roughly been what I was averaging for the week as well. So with all 8 days being ridden, there's a much higher possibility that I actually would have completed this challenge, and that definitely seems to be a key factor in completing a Festive 500 in winter. And certainly the third thing that I have learnt this week is that it's just easier to do these things together with friends. Like, I'm in a new country, I'm on new roads, and I do not know anybody in Belgium to ride with. So although I got to see lots of really cool new places and start to learn the landscape, definitely for my time I probably didn't get as many Ks in as I could have. Also, there was definitely some days where having some people around me, maybe showing me where I was going, but just the motivation to ride that extra 30 minutes or 45 minutes potentially would have got me over the line as well. So that's definitely some things we'll be working on this year, finding some rides and finding some riding mates to make this sort of challenge a bunch easier in the future. Hey look, I hope you've enjoyed following my eventful week of the Festive 500. It's just the beginning for me in Belgium with training. We're straight into it this week coming, with racing coming up in a few months for a full season of European road and gravel. So if you found this video interesting and you want to follow along with some of my other Belgium adventures, then please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching to the end, guys. I hope you get some really cool riding in coming up 2024, and we'll see you all real soon in the next video. Cheers.